This tutorial is designed to help you complete the dietary analysis assignment. From the content view, select Dietary Analysis. The first thing that you should do is download the assignment. This document is going to tell you step by step what you need to do to complete this assignment. At the bottom of the instructions, you will see the diet summary. This is where you will fill in your information from your report, write a summary, and then you will attach this to the Dropbox. I'm going to go ahead and save this to my desktop. I will type in my last name and the name of the assignment and make sure that I've saved it to my desktop. I'm going to keep it over here so that I can follow the different steps for the assignment. Alright, I'm going to go back to Content View and I'm going to enter the website. This is the ChooseMyPlate.gov website that we used in a prior assignment. And this takes me directly to the Super Tracker. From the Super Tracker, I'm going to go down to Food Tracker. This is where I'm going to enter in the food. You are going to use the 3-day food log that you completed prior to this assignment. You're only going to select one day from that log, and I want you to pick your most normal day of eating. For example, if you were sick one day and skipped a couple meals, that would not be a good day to use. Try to pick a day where you had 3 normal meals for you. Alright, now I'm going to come to search and I'm going to enter in my first food item. For breakfast that morning I had cereal, so I'm going to select that and I'm going to type in, I had Quaker Oat Squares. And I'm going to see what it gives me. Come down to search, no results found, and that will happen a lot. So I'm going to try this time oatmeal squares and see what I get. Oh, let's see, cereal. Go. And there it is, Quaker Oatmeal Squares cereal. I had a little bit more than a cup, so I'm going to look here and say, okay, I had about 1.5 cups of that for breakfast. Add. And it shows up over here. So far I know I had 318 calories. If I wanted to, I could go in and look already at what calories are from protein and carbs, but I'm not ready for that yet. I'm going to wait till I enter in all my food for the day. So now I'm going to go back up here again, and I didn't have dry cereal, I had milk with it. So I'm going to go to dairy. And I'm going to type in 1% milk. Go. And it gives me, you know, some choices down here, but I just had regular 1% milk. I probably had about 1/2 cup. Add. And now you can see I'm up to 369 calories. I also had orange juice for breakfast. I'm going to go to fruits this time and enter in orange juice. And it's going to give you some options here. Mine was calcium added orange juice and it was in a carton. And this time I probably did have about 1 cup. You could look at here too, and maybe, you know, you want to do it in ounces since it's a fluid, but I think that 1 cup's about right for me. I'm going to hit breakfast and add. And that's my breakfast. So I had 485 calories for breakfast. I can look on the graph here and it shows, well, I already met 50% of my fruit requirement for the day. Got some whole grains and some dairy. All right, you're going to continue doing this, entering in lunch and dinner. When you are completely done with one day, you are going to come over to the graph. That is step number 6 here on our list. All right, and what you need to do with this graph is I just want you to save it. So I'm going to right click on it and I'm going to hit Save Image As. And I'm going to put food graph, and I'm going to save that to my desktop because I'm going to refer back to that later. Save. All right. Now I'm going to go to number 7, which says that, that we're going to select the nutrient intake report. So I'm going to go down here and select nutrient intake report. This is going to give me all the information now on the different nutrients. So I can look at this and it says my target was 2,000 calories. I only had 485. Since I didn't enter in a whole day, I expected this to be low. It'll say 12% of my calories came from protein, 82% from carbs, 9% from fat. Over here, it will tell you if you met your requirements for the day, if you were over or under. So of course here I was under for fiber. I'm going to be under probably for everything because I only entered in one day. This is an important step. You need to export this report because you're going to attach it to the Dropbox with your assignment. So I'm going to go up to here where it says Export Report, and I'm going to select PDF. Sometimes this will take a couple seconds, and then it'll save that to your desktop, and you'll be able to refer back to that. Once you close out of this program, you won't be able to get back to your nutrients report, so make sure that you have it saved. So I'm going to close out of this. Now I have everything that I need to complete the diet summary. If you go back to the content view of the assignment, oops, expired, so we'll just go back this way. It's going to show you 2 examples. I did a full day's worth, so I have a sample nutrients report, and then I also did a sample diet summary for you to see what I want on this assignment. In addition, you should review the rubric, and the rubric specifically puts out what I want for your summary. Did you include information about food groups, about nutrients, and about percentages? So make sure you review that as well. So here is my diet summary, and here is my complete nutrients report with 3 meals. So it'll ask total calories eaten. You can look over here and see I had 1,762 that day. 15% of my calories from protein, pretty good. 44% from carbs. And then I had 42% from fat. You can see the recommendation is no more than 35%. And that day I had 42%. So I was over what the recommendation was for that day. This is the bad one. My saturated fat content was 16%, which is 6% higher than what I should have. And remember, saturated fat are those fats that are solid at room temperature, and those are the bad fats. So I again was over on that. Next, it's going to ask you to look at any nutrients that were over the recommended status and any that were under. So I can come over here again and I'll look at that, and where it says over, okay, I know I was over in my fats, cholesterol. I'm going to come down here, over on my sodium, again, all bad things. It is a 2-page report, so make sure that you look on your second page as well. Again, it'll show me I was under on potassium, I was under on copper, iron, magnesium, and you'll continue to look at those and list those here. At this point, you need to insert the picture of your graph. So I'll just click, go up to Insert, Picture. I'm going to look on my desktop because that's where I saved it. There's my food graph, Insert, and it'll put it right in there for you, so you'll have that to go back to refer to. Now you need to write your conclusion. Again, I'm just going to look at this report, I'm going to look at my graph, and I'm going to write a conclusion. First of all, I need to address those percentages. Okay, my protein, my carbs weren't too bad, but my fats were bad, so I addressed that I need to reduce that. Come down. Okay, I'm going to address any of those nutrients that were over or under. So my cholesterol was over. I'm going to correct that by using egg whites. Okay, because I know that egg yolks are higher in cholesterol. I'm going to buy a leaner bacon. Sodium, I can lower that by watching when I buy like canned foods, looking for a no sodium added option, being careful with my fast food intake. I'm going to increase my fiber by eating more whole grains, and you can keep reading through this, seeing how I'm going to try to make some specific steps to increase my intakes. Looking at that food graph, I would address that as well. I need to increase my veggies, my fruits, and my protein intake. At least for that one day, I was low on all of those. Okay, so I'm going to address all of that in my summary. I will save that. I have my saved nutrient report. Okay, so that's saved. This is saved. And then I will go to that Dropbox and I will attach both the diet summary and the nutrients report to that assignment. I hope that you have fun with this assignment. It's always really interesting to see how the different nutrients break down in your diet, and it can be a real eye-opener on changes that you need to make.